Public Global. Today is the second session of the budget session of Parliament. The second part of the budget session of Parliament. It started today and it will go on till 4th of April. Now, as it is, there were issues which is to be raised, which is to be discussed. The government also wants certain bills to be passed. As far as the government is concerned, the priority is they want that Waqf bill should be passed in this session because it has already been cleared by the cabinet, and now the formality of passing it through the Parliament is to be done. And as far as the Waqf is concerned, it is now clear that two people, Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar, have no problem in passing this Waqf bill. To keep their people in good humor, they are telling that whatever suggestions they had said in Waqf bill, that has already been incorporated, so they have no problem in passing this Waqf bill. Whereas there was a time when, and both of them, and I mind you, as far as the JDU is concerned and TDP is concerned, there are a lot of voters also come from the minorities and especially from the Muslim bloc. So it was thought that since it is directly affecting Muslims, Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar will take a stand that this is not fair with Muslims and they will not vote for this. They will not be a party in passing this bill. But it happened that somehow BJP and Modi ji is able to convince Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar, and they are now towing the government line. So as far as the government is concerned, this is one of the issues which is to be settled. Now, from the opposition side, there are a lot of issues which everyone wants to discuss. Someone wants to discuss the DMK, the southern parties, especially led by Stalin. DMK wants to discuss delimitation. They also want to discuss the three-language formula. Someone also wants to discuss, the TMC from West Bengal wants to discuss the duplicate electoral photo identity cards issue. And there is also a few people who also want to discuss the US trade tariff thing, because US trade tariff, the way US is behaving and the way US wants that they should prevail on each and every nation of the world, and whatever business is done, whatever commerce is done, should be in favor of America. And somehow, for some reason, India is not standing up and telling their side of the story. Why? They are very cheaply going there, accepting all the terms which US is dictating, and without even with a small protest, they are not even putting any protest there. They are just accepting whatever US is telling. Now, in all these shor sharaba, Rahul Gandhi today talked of the electoral list, the voter list. And because he said this is an important issue which is to be discussed, there is a malpractice going on in all the states where the elections are due. The names of the people are taken down from the voter list. The certain fictitious names is added. There have been instances, there have been specific proofs which Rahul Gandhi says we have gave a specific proof in Maharashtra, where we are convinced that in 5 months' time, after Lok Sabha election and before Vidhan Sabha election, about more than 70 lakh, around 75 lakh new voters were added, and this was the number of the 70-75 lakh voters which were added in 5 months. Previously, it took about 5 years to add these number of voters. So it was very surprising, and there is something fishy which Rahul Gandhi said. To this, the Speaker of the House, Om Birla, said, no, this is not government's job to make electoral roll. This is the job of Election Commission. Rahul Gandhi said, yes, that is what I am telling. Since this is not the job of the government, this is the job of the Election Commission, and we all want that Election Commission should work in a transparent way. And we are not satisfied the way Election Commission is working, and the entire opposition just wants few certain clarifications. And number one thing they want from the Election Commission is, this is the demand of the entire opposition, that please, with the Election Commission, to provide them with the electoral rolls of Lok Sabha election 2024 plus electoral rolls of Vidhan Sabha election 2024. What happened that there is an addition of 75 lakh voters, and this is a very simple thing. By a click of a button, this data can be given. But Election Commission neither is answering anything, nor replying, or providing the data. Now, this is something which I or most of the people feel this is the basic of any democracy. Now, for a successful democracy, the first and foremost requirement is election in free and fair manner. To conduct election, there is an Election Commission. In any democracy, there is an Election Commission which is supposed to be neutral, which is supposed to be transparent. In our case, we have got an Election Commission which is appointed by the government, by the Prime Minister and one of his ministers. For the name's sake, there is a role of leader of opposition, but if there are three people, so the Prime Minister and the Minister on one side, if LOP says certain suggestions, they will not agree on that, and they can bulldoze their way, and that is what is happening. So Election Commission is appointed by the government, and in the recent past we have seen that Election Commission is working as per the wishes of the government. It has been proved a number of times that they are working as what the government wants them to do. They are preponing elections as to accommodate certain certain programs of government. If the government says, no, you postpone Maharashtra, prepone this, so they are doing it accordingly. This is very apparent. But the very basic thing, that if someone wants a voter list, why you are not providing that voter list? There have been instances where at one location, the X number, I mean the number of 100, 200, 400 voters have been added in a day. So this is all is under suspicion. People are doubting the transparency of the free and fair election. And the second thing is, for any election there has to be a level playing field. We all know that the level playing field is not there because the head of the institution of the country, the Prime Minister, doesn't want a level playing field. He will come, give election speech here, election speech there, make it as a government program. This is happening. But the first and foremost thing is, the electoral rolls are to be above suspicion. Now, in this case, it has been seen that the electoral rolls, people are having doubt. The entire opposition is doubting the electoral rolls. Then how to amend it? And in Rahul Gandhi's opinion, and I also agree on that, this is the first and foremost question which is to be addressed. Unless and until you address this question, unless and until the Election Commission comes clean on this, unless and until Election Commissions provide all the data required for this, people will not have faith in the Indian election system. And this is a very bad sign for any democracy, because whenever I am doing shows at different channels, I go to different channels, I do my own show, there is some people are now telling that we have lost faith in the system, and so we are not going to vote. Now, not going to vote is a dangerous indication that if people start losing faith in your system, it is not good for the country. So, what I feel is that Rahul Gandhi has raised a correct issue, which is the most important issue for our democracy, and we may discuss delimitation or any other thing, or unemployment or any other thing. But first and foremost is a free and fair election with a proper electoral roll, and the entire opposition and all the people, all the civil societies people, all the media should work and should ask Election Commission that how to have a free and fair election, because the election which you are conducting, we have our own reservation about it. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad.